Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Starfield, where last time I finally bothered to come and visit this dreamer home that I've been worried about paying for so long. And I'm going to be honest, despite some slight concerns about, the layout of certain rooms, this is a good home right here. And you know what? It's a nice planet too. Alright, you can step outside without a spacesuit, it's lovely, the sky is blue, there are clouds, things seem to be able to live here that aren't me. Generally, a whole bunch of really positive signs. So, okay, first things first today, I'm going to take a bit of time just, making this place feel a bit more like a home. So it could be, my proper home base, and I don't need to be nipping back to the lodge all the time. So here we go, step one, yes. I want a full suite of crafting stations that I can utilise inside my home, so yes, this'll do nicely. Ooh, I've made a bit of a mistake here. I'm gonna be honest, Chad, they're way smaller than I thought they were going to be, so actually, you know what? This area up here I wasn't sure what to do with. We could just make this a long line of them, because I suspect we're going to be able to easily fit them all in one row. Then we can use this area down here for something, a lot more interesting and productive. Oh, you see, now that works fine. I think this is a good use for this otherwise, slightly awkward space. But we do have, one slight problem, which is arguably the most important one of all. The weapon workbench I can't build. Because I need glue. Because it wouldn't be a Bethesda game if glue wasn't getting in the way of me making my weapons better. And speaking of glue getting in the way of making my weapons better, yes, glue is kind of, a pretty bloody major issue getting in the way of everything right now. So okay, we'll get back to that in a minute, but yes, sooner or later, we need to find a solution to the glue problem. And oh my goodness, okay, we can put up nerdy chemistry posters. I flippin' love it. Okay, obviously we're doing that, yes. Right, one more very important thing too. If this is my master bedroom, it needs a bed. Clues in the name and whatnot, so okay, can't deny. I am underwhelmed by the selection of beds. Like, none of these look like good, comfy beds to me. No, I can't do it. It's just too sad. I don't want to sleep on this thing. It makes the bedroom look worse. Oh, I've just nipped outside. Yeah, I'm just going to sleep outside. Like, the planet's nice and warm. It's clearly a nice day. This sofa is really nice and big. Honestly, yeah, we'll just sleep out here. This is fine. Or on the ship. The ship is fine too. Okay. I was just saying, yes, we've got one major problem right now, one bottleneck above all others, and that is glue. I need adhesive. And on top of that, I wouldn't mind, just knowing what's going on around my home planet. So, right, first things first today, we're going to do a bit of exploring. Because on this planet, there are 8 creatures and 5 plants. One of you might produce glue. And that's what we want. We need glue. So yeah, just go around, see what lives around locally, see what the local, points of interest are, etc., etc. Jagged heart leaf, hang about. That's where we've seen you elsewhere before. But yes, the hunting vector back is definitely to my mind. Okay, you know what? Just open fire on... I've completely lost the hunting. Never mind, okay, someone's got the memo. This is fine, because you are a creature. And guess what? I'm not a creature, which means I could just start doing this, you stupid loser. So while I'm, reloading and whatnot, I can just start flying away, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're almost dead at this point, and in just a moment, down you go. Right, give you a quick scan. Sedative. Okay, we can get a lot of good potential local resources here. Also, I keep forgetting to do this. Yes, when you're harvesting materials, if you hold down left trigger, so the thingy goes like that, it's much, much better. Oh, this is interesting. Biosuppressant, and sedative, and membrane. Suggesting that, yes, it's not consistent. Creatures may drop more or less things, so, right. Creatures have got a drop table. It's not just, one thing drops one thing, something else might drop something else. Creatures in particular might be a whole lot more complicated than that. And speaking of which, okay, we have got you, buddy. A lovely flonking, hang on, Vuvuzelask Grazer. That by the looks of it, yes, this wasn't me. But, yes, this guy over here, he kind of killed them all. So, they're producing ornamental. Oh, that could be rather useful. Because that to me sounds like, you know, something we'd want to be having a lot of inside our house and whatnot. And here's another good one. So, okay, that jagged heartleaf, that's structural. Roots is structure, and I need that for house building too, so okay. I'm starting to learn which plants that live, you know, right by my house might actually be very useful going forwards. Yeah, here we go. The scan is definitely not accurate here, because it's saying that, yeah, these guys, the lovely grazers, what they produce is ornamental. But it's not always. This guy also has nutrient leaf on him. This guy next door, the Vectorback, he's supposed to just produce sedative. There's definitely, yeah, more resources than you just see up front here. Oh, and hello, sexy. Okay, I was just nipping into, you know, a nearby cave. Because for some reason, yes, the tiny little bottom feeders, like, you know, the Millie Whale Filter here, they tend to be the hardest to find. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the only animal in this biome I've not previously spotted, and have noticed previously, these guys seem to show up, yeah, in caves a fair bit. But, okay, this cave, there was just, you know, random cave right next to where I live. This has got some rather interesting stuff in it, in particular, xeno-warfare tech. No, okay, that's illegal, and I'm willing to accept that, okay? Like mech parts, maybe there was a robot uprising at some point and people are just being a bit overly cautious. Xeno-warfare inside a briefcase, yes, that one I agree, and also I've decided I'm not going to open that briefcase, so, right. I've got a lot of illegal stuff to get back to civilization at some point or another.
Don't breathe. Shh. There. I got it. Beautiful shot.
Okay, speaking of which, I've just run into a random person outside that cave. So, hello there. You appear to be, yes, taking photos.
I take award-winning photos for a yearly calendar that my company publishes. It's a living. If you like this place, then you might also like the last place I was at.
Okay, she's just... right. Told me about somewhere else. Do you mean like on this planet, or do you mean elsewhere? Okay, well she's flagged something way to the north of me. An unexplored ecological feature. So yeah, this isn't just, you know, the same old as the rest of the world. This is how you discover the world's traits. So okay. Just a mosey around this area. Can't deny, weather's gone off a bit. So, you know, feels like home. Feels very British also. We've finally managed to locate enough Millie Whale filters, though. Don't really like these rocks. Like, these rocks probably aren't like, you know, flesh of a giant creature or something. But microbial community, tendrils filter through air and ground, etc., etc. I'm sure that's all fine. Maybe stay out of this water. Don't entirely 100% trust the water. Here we go. Thingy number 2, and if we scan this, that gets me, yes, a full detail as to what's going on. A sentient microbial colony. I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure, like, you know, I want my microbial colonies to be sentient. I prefer them being not sentient in a way. Still, bare minimum, that's worth a bunch of XP, and you've got to do that before the scan is officially complete. But speaking of which, okay, I've got every resource, and with those little filters done, I have got every single creature and plant that could exist in this biome. Plus every plant full stop. They seem to be a bit less fussy, like, you know, they just seem to be everywhere. It's only the creatures that have, like, distinct biomes, I think. Oh, and by sheer coincidence, yes, the very next location over appears to be, yes, the other unexplored biological features. So on this occasion, yeah, whole bunch of rocks and whatnot. Hello over there, buddy. A hive. Okay, when you say hive, hive of what precisely? Like, I mean, these guys seem to be hanging around. I mean, I guess kind of, you know, in a way, you look kind of bony too. Possibly these guys live in a hive. Also, I really like how, yes, when they wander around, they make, like, you know, whistling noises. Which I assume comes from, like, you know, the pipes on their head. That's rather cute. Also, I think at this point the game is mocking me because, okay, there's a giant pile of dung right by the hive. and inside the dung pile, there's 6 adhesive. Which I'm going to take, but yes, I'm now fully aware that all the adhesive I use in my research going forward is sticky for a very particular, extraordinarily gross reason. Which is I'm going to start sticking my guns together with dung. Which is just, oh, delightful, I will say. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to go and bank some of this. Here we flipping go. We can now actually get a weapon workbench down, and we're all going to agree that when guests come round and ask about this, we're not going to tell them what it's made of. Also, it's only just struck me. If I want a better bed in my house, then logically, I mean, the house is a kind of outpost, so hang on. Decoration 1, we can do all of this. This was entirely what we were just harvesting, so okay. Hang on. Shove all of this in here. Right, research project decoration 1 has been completed. Brilliant. Oh, flip me, that's actually got me a better bed. Oh, I'm so bloody happy. That's so nice. Like, that's 10 levels above what we had a second ago. Screw you, stupid sofa. You're just moving, like, you know, over here. And now with a bit of fibre and a bit of structural. Oh, yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. That's a proper bed. Okay. I am really, really bloody happy I just noticed that. Unfortunately, though, yes, we still don't have a solution to the glue problem. So, it would appear that, yes, where I live right now is definitely forest. Meaning there's still 5 things out there who theoretically could be sticky. And by the looks of it, yes, on this world, the ocean is green, so... Alright. Just in theory, if we were to travel to the savannah over on the coast... Hey there, buddy. Herding a Gekon grazer. Okay, just like, you know, a nice little grazer. Presumably chill. He just grazes. Temperament, peaceful. This one, marked in red for some reason. Oh, blimey, hang on, something's biting me. Possibly... Right, that's a hunting triantler. Named because it's got 3 antlers. Okay, you should let me name these things. I feel like I would be doing a better job than you are doing right now. This is a very uncreative name. Alright, take the bastard down and... Who's attacking me? No! No, I want to be friends. If I shot you, it was by mistake. I'm really sorry. Oh, hello. Hello, sexy. What the cock just happened? I swear it was supposed to be morning a second ago. Like it was definitely day. Never mind, I don't care. Because by the looks of it, these Triantlers, they've got sticky bones. There we go. That's gonna make it easier to hunt these bastards. Oh, and speak of the devil, I am so sorry, by the way, but your species just became very cocking useful to, you know, my ongoing attempts to do crafting and whatnot. So, adhesive. They've got sticky damn bones and... Okay, hang on, John. John. I'm floating a skill point right now and... yes, I think I now understand these perks. So, we've got botany. If I take that, then yes, I get more organic resources from plants. And zoology, same thing, but animals. So, okay, it also says I can, you know, gather the glue without harming them, though. The glue's in their bones, game. Are you absolutely sure? Okay, don't worry about it, but... That's tempting, but they are attacking me on sight, so... Don't worry about that for now. For now, all we do is run around murdering the bastards, alright? Not you, though, Mr. Filter. You're fine. Me and you are cool. Oh, and speaking of skill points, I just finished scanning, yes, these lovely herding gecko creatures, and that has apparently pushed me over to the next level. So, okay, I do enjoy how you can level up pretty bloody fast just by, you know, doing scanning and whatnot, though... No, seriously, where are the bloody Triantlers? Because me and them, we've got to have a chat, by which I mean I need to murder them. Also, where's the sea? I swear we parked next to the sea. Okay, well, we've got a location here. Abandoned farm, right next to where we just were. So, yeah, get up top here. Maybe from up here, we'll be able to spot the coastline. Because we were definitely supposed to be by the sea, but I'm seeing way more desert than ocean. Oh, yeah, and when we say, yes, abandoned, You mean abandoned in the sense of the pirates came and took it over. Okay, no trouble with them. We're not looking to fight pirates. We're just here to do a smaller animal genocide. Okay, we got a few more down, but crucially, if I keep scanning them, eventually I'll get a full breakdown of which biomes they do and don't live in. And also, I think I may have found it. That bit over there I was saying, oh yeah, why is there desert here? It's not a desert. It's a cocking beach, John. You know, I was about to say, let's go and have a lovely, you know, splash in the water, dip my toes in, etc., etc. So it turns out, yes, the water on this planet, microbial contamination. Right. It turns out you can't just, you know, have a swim in the water. Rather, you can, but it's a very bad idea. Also, I think I've now figured out what, yes, water biological means. The stuff in the water. Like, dangerous stuff. It's full of microbes. Don't go swimming. Okay, I'm feeling fine about the fact that, yes, in the end, we didn't have a beachfront property. Because apparently, yes, the sea is just here to taunt me. No, you leave my lizard friends alone, you stupid bastard. You come over here and pick on someone your own size. By which I mean, you know, completely different size. But, like, I've got a gun, so it's kind of a fair fight. And down you go, you stupid loser. Lovely. Not you guys, though. Me and you are cool. And okay, we now know these guys only live in Savannah. You guys just naff off, by the way. I'm just here for the bones, to be honest. And sticky bones. Okay, I've completed the scan, so fauna in this biome is complete. And on top of that, a sandstorm is rolling in. So visibility is getting poor. I would say, right, I am pretty bloody happy with our first boner hunting trip. Because now, back at home, oh well, looky what we've got here. Whole bunch of adhesive to just plug into there. That is now complete immediately. We now all of a sudden have an answer to so many of our problems. Because honestly, magazine and battery is kind of the sexy one right here. So right now, you know, we've just got standard tactical. But all of a sudden, oh yeah, rounds the burn-on contacts. So, that's my guns moving in the right direction. Next thing's next, the ship. Because yes, the way I see it, there's going to be 3 ways I can make this ship better. Number 1, put on better parts. That's expensive, though we have already done it a bit. Number 2, crew. Either more of it or better crew. Because as much as I love him, the Adoring Fan is not contributing much to the ship's operation. And number 3, perks. And honestly, we're swimming in those right now. So, yes indeed. I wouldn't mind moving in the direction of, yeah, some better and better ship perks. So, you know what? I want security anyway. I would not mind being able to get into, you know, some secret back rooms, etc, etc. Just do some lockpicking, move that in the right direction, and all of a sudden, straight away, we can go up to tier 2. Meaning, you know what? 20% increased shield capacity. That is not a bad thing. So this new ship, these new shields, etc, etc, we might be ready to take on some tougher enemies in space. And I think I know precisely where I want to start doing that. Because a couple of comments were saying, yes, the UC Vanguard. That's all about, you know, volunteers patrolling space in their ships, etc, etc, and it's also apparently a good way of getting a bit of a history lesson about what's been going on in the universe. So I need to nip back to New Atlantis. But yes, there is one slight issue with that. I'm currently carrying 13 illegal mech components banned since the Robo Wars, and also 1 briefcase with, like, I don't know, a Terramorph egg in it or something. So until I find somewhere, black market, that's not in the UC where I can sell these, I feel like we should just, you know, store them here for the time being. But one day, we're going to find a way to sell this, and when we do, oh bloody hell, we're doing some ship upgrades. Oh, and this is just meant to be. There is literally a special contraband chest. So, right, we're going to put that in my bedroom. But crucially, we're going to put it round the corner. So, like, you know, if the space police come round, just pop their head round each door, they're not going to see it. Oh, but you know what? Thinking about it, as I've got, like, you know, a proper bed here, and my bed on the ship is, you know, a bit on the small and not really homey side. Here we go. I'm gonna keep all my plushies right here. The room is a bit, you know, Spartan for the time being. We will have to, you know, come back with a whole bunch more materials, redecorate it properly later. But for the time being, you know what? I like this. I like that my plushies get to stay here, but my mug and plant collection, they stay on the ship, okay? The mugs in my area, the plants by the cockpits. And speaking of which, yes, before we actually do restore my mug collection, there is one more thing we do need to do, because, okay, this system is just bloody weird, but I guess we just sometimes have to accept backwards bananas Bethesda logic, don't we? Because yes, as we discovered previously, armories don't come with bloody weapon crafting. Okay, the science lab and the infirmary too, they both come with, you know, lovely pharmaceutical, research lab, etc, etc, but I'm still missing a handful of alternative crafting tables, and I now know how to fix that. We just need to swap this module out with a different one, which is why we need to go back to civilized space and find a shipyard. So okay, straight back to Alpha Centauri. Now I've put all the illegal stuff into my special illegal containers.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
No trouble, officer. I left all of my highly illegal goods at home today.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
See, I told ya. Here we go. Just start pulling the ship apart a bit, because you, buddy, the Deimos 2x1 armory, you are not what we need. What I want instead is the Deimos 2x1 workshop, which I kind of assumed would contain, you know, just the industrial workshop for making things for your outposts. Instead, just plug you in where the original just was, lovely. Then plug my ship balls back on the back of the ship so the ship works correctly, because obviously it wouldn't work without its ship balls. And then finally, because I keep forgetting to do this, yes, this is the point where you rename the ship on the flight check system. Say hello to my brand new ship, the Dodgy Flamingo. Oh, now that's cocking better. Spacesuit, yes. Weapon workbench, yes. Industrial, yes. And then next door over in the science lab, that's where we get the bloody science stuff. So, with the exception of the cooking station, we've now got every work table on the ship. That took a long bloody time to figure out, because, yes, for reasons best known to Bethesda, they don't tell you what's actually in the modules you're about to buy. And apparently, shoving on windows can also slightly change what you do and don't get in each room. So that's delightful too, I guess. Also, did you just change where the door is to my cabin? Because I'm pretty sure you did. It seems to be, like, randomly assigned, whether it's there or at the back. So, I mean, bare minimum. At least the ship is symmetrical now. That's nice, I guess. So, okay, we've now got the ship in good internal shape, but I'm curious how she's going to do out in space. So, right, how about we go and have a nice chat to the lovely folks in UC Vanguard and see if maybe they can give us some space missions to do. Okay, this is extraordinarily annoying, but yes, the first tourist trap shop that's right by the entrance to New Atlantis, today they're selling adhesive, and it's actually really bloody cheap, so it's fine, we needed more anyway, okay? This here is a favour to the creatures on my new home planet, because now less of them need to get murdered. I swear, by the way, I have been checking her shop on the regular every time I pass by. She has never had adhesive till the exact day when I figured out how to get it for myself. But that's fine, as she was selling a whole bunch of useful materials. We can get a lot of stuff done right now, including, optics and laser mods 3. I do have a whole bunch of... I do not have that much iridium and not that much adhesive either. Okay, now you're just getting greedy, game. But more importantly, grip and stock 2, spectacular, and... okay, hang on. Where is the... yes, battery and magazine 2? Right, we need to do a whole lot more building before we're ready for that. Also, I just remembered, I did promise to help a diplomat down by my ship get into his embassy by chatting to the folks of the Freestar Collective, so... you know what? While I'm literally passing by. Hello there. I know it's been a while, but I know why your ambassador hasn't shown up.
Welcome to the Freestar Embassy. Is there something I can help you with?
Okay, she doesn't seem too concerned about her missing diplomat, so yes indeed, somebody kinda forgot about their visa.
You can't forget what you don't need. Diplomatic visas haven't been in use since the Colony War. No, this sounds to me like a guard bought a red marker and colored some tape. I'll make a call to Sergeant Yumi and see if I can't get this squared away. Thanks for the tip.
So this is the Freestar Embassy, but yes. I can't help but now be curious. There was mention of an abandoned ancient House of Varun embassy that no one wanted to go inside. So, if this is where the embassies are, where's that precisely?
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
Oh, hang on. Does that mean by any chance... Oh, we've got a mysterious door here, active security camera, but nothing I can do with the door. That there must be their symbol, the snake consuming itself or whatnot. Just lights on, have a bit of a look-see round for an alternative way in. Oh, here we go. There is indeed a door at the side over here, and this one is open, okay. So if we take a right here, this should bring us towards... Gosh darn it, I need a key. Right. I was hoping we could break in with my new security. We'll be back for you later, you stupid bastards. Oh, and good news over in the shops. The UC distribution shop, now I've reached whatever level it is I've reached, they've started selling a new type of gun. The Pacifier. You're selling a basic one there, and then... Oh, that's a lot more expensive. There's also, yes, this chappy, the Rapid Shot, but that's even more ludicrously pricey. And the Orion to maybe replace the Equinox as time goes by too, because yeah, that's the same type of ammo. So, right, this is presumably the next big tier of weapons up. Alright, Mr. Pacifier, let's see what we can get done with you, because yeah, you are the absolute basic. Which is kind of good actually, because that means I can work on my gun crafting. Right, straight away, yeah, reflex sight for you, a tiny bit of aluminium and whatnot. And okay, I can give this thing a tactical magazine immediately, which is great, that's good news, that's fantastic, but I can't help but notice, explosive rounds on this thing would be very easy to actually create. I could do that as soon as I get battery and magazine mods 2 out. And yeah, we could do a bit more, but we're going to be needing a bit of neon, tiny bit of aluminium, okay. But the priority now has surely got to be, yes, magazine and battery too. Like explosive rounds all round, oh yeah, that'll be the stuff. So okay, just craft as much as we can. Because we're pretty much ready to make this happen. We have got loads of materials for this. We literally just need to get up to Weapon Engineering 3. And for the time being, yes, actually, the Coachman is just ahead thanks to the slug shots on it. So okay, buddy, you're still a work in progress. But okay, let's get to business proper here. I want to join UC Vanguard, shoot some idiots out of the sky, and get a lovely history lesson while we're doing it. Spectacular.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Yes, actually, that's precisely what I'm doing, though, okay, just give me the exact breakdown as to what you are, what you do, etc, etc, etc.
Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional Terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
Okay, I thought it was just ships, but it sounds like there might be a bit of groundwork too. So, you were saying citizenship was an option. But what's the benefit of that? Because I've just been, you know, wandering around, using the shops, etc, etc anyway.
Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world. Credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all, and signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
Oh buddy, I have got an amazing house already, I've just started decorating it, but you did mention money, so okay, point me in the right direction, let's go blow up some pirates.
Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest.
So okay, you can't do this if you've got any UC bounties. Fair enough, I don't. I've been a good person so far. I'm performing necessary services for the UC. I could potentially die. I'm okay with that. That's absolutely a-okay. Oh, that was literally it. They're just checking you're okay dying. Gotcha.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Ooh, historical displays, right. Now this is the history lesson I wanted to see, damn it. Ooh, the end of Earth. Yes, Earth just sort of exploded or something.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
But yes, I can see why a lot of people might object, because kind of feels like they didn't really get a choice. Like, you know, a bunch of governments just said, hey, we're the UC now, and you're all UC citizens, and you don't really get a choice because we're literally the only ticket off the planet that's about to explode. So, right. I can see why once you're actually safely off the planet, like, you know, 2/3 of humanity might immediately say, right, thanks for the lift, I'm out. Oh, and here we go. Let's get the UC propaganda version as to, yes, the other factions. Because I'm guessing you're going to blame all of this on them, even though, yes, I can completely understand why they might have decided to nope out of here.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Freestar Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Okay, I will say, that makes me feel a bit better about the UC. That yes, like, you know, these powers didn't have to forcibly break away or anything. Though, yes, as I say, I strongly suspect they're going to say they weren't responsible for the war, and the others would say the contrary. Maybe not House Varun. I feel like possibly they were just aggressive dicks.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Okay, I'm willing to buy that House Varun may have been the aggressor in that particular war, but as for Freestar, them I'm not sure about.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Nerion also requested to join the Collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Nerion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Nerion to join the Collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Okay, I want to go get, the proper Freestar take on this, because I suspected their take on this incident on Narion would be very different.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nero. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nero remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Okay, slightly polite take there on the fact that it sounds like UC invaded a world and then the Freestar Collective tried to take it back. And then you started blaming them for the devastation caused by them trying to take back their own world. But, okay, if we spot Nero out and about, apparently that place is going to be a bit of a mess. Also, you appear to have a giant monstrosity over here. Is this by any chance a Terramorph?
All 4 of my last science papers have been on Terramorphs.
Okay, that'll be a yes then. Right, so you're this game's Deathclaw, looking forward to running into you at some point.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Okay, so basically, don't go to Londinian, though I can't help but notice, yes, that very first Xeno warfare facility we ran into right at the start of it, the UC were definitely playing with Terramorphs as a weapon of war. Like, you guys shipped one to your own Xeno warfare facility and tried to figure out a way to weaponize it. So, I feel like you were definitely playing with stuff you didn't understand there.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC Xeno weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. the galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
Now that's some good propaganda, though I can't help but notice, yes. Once again, there's definitely a reminder there that the UC were the ones playing with xenoweapons, so... Okay, I'm starting to suspect that the Terramorph may be significantly more your fault than the exhibition on Londinium is suggesting.
After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xenoweapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Okay, and this would explain why, yes, mech parts are contraband. They were one of the now illegal weapons. Gotcha. Okay, so that's all the history as far as I can tell. Let's get into... Ooh. Pilot Simulator, you say? Right, I get the feeling this is not a written exam. You need me to literally prove I know what I'm doing in a simulator. Oh, I love it.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
Okay, so tell me about the exam, buddy. What am I supposed to be doing?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
Okay, so get in, do at least 3, but more might mean more money.
Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there.
Okay, that sounds like he was inviting me to cheat, but sure. Right, crack open the simulator, in we flipping go, and...
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
He did say, like, you know, use every tool at your disposal. And simulation controls. Okay, debug tools, here we flipping go. Only available once targets are active. Okay, that's maybe of interest.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Okay, no power to grav, we don't need it. Engine can be half power. Everything else put into all of this. That's a lot of flipping power, by the way, so... Here we go, that's a high level, but then I'm a high level too. So, okay, put things up a little bit. Let's start taking down everything. Just fire everything we've got at these bastards. My shield is holding. Slow to turning speed. Now go over 2. That's ballistics. Down you go. Lovely. So, okay, nice easy start just to make sure you understand power distribution. So, okay, wait for more to come in. They may appear behind me potentially. Slow to turning speed. Right, down we go. I think you're nearest, aren't you? Yep, there we go. increase to maximum. Fire missiles, slow to turning, increase, and lovely, as long as you're in the center. This is good. Missiles, 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 fire literally everything at you. I think you have moved out of effective range. Right, increase speed. Give myself a boost to get back into the correct range here. Just fire everything. Right, there's number one. The ship's still in good shape for the time being. And a missile boost, boost. I don't have my boost ready to go, and now my boost is ready. Okay, slow it down. I think she just passed by. Lock on. Increase speed, lovely. Okay, this is going fine so far. Just, yeah, power management alone. Slow it down so we can turn around. This one's a bit of a nippy one by the looks of it. Missiles on you, lovely. We could disable ships, but honestly, we're not boarding them, so it doesn't matter.
Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
Okay, I'm guessing it's now going to be 3 targets, literally 1 target per. Go for the toughest target first if you can. So, okay, this is fine. Level 38, that seems a bit on the nastier side, and it's firing at me. Okay, fire everything. Just put a missile straight up the pipe, please. And boost to lose the lock. Don't need to do too much more than that. And slow her down. Turn her around. You're my target, buddy. Locking, and there we go. Speed up. Okay, we finally lost our shield. So if I can stay out of... Oh, blimey. I'm definitely being boost, boost, boost. Let's get out the way. Activate healing. I definitely have got something going on here. Prepare for... I'm not ready for boost yet. Well, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Right, just ram them. Let power come back to lasers. Here we go. Target lock. And don't worry about that, actually. I'm sure that's all fine. Okay, we're not currently locked on for the time being. Missiles, speed her up to make sure she doesn't get out of effective range of my weaponry. Should be one more there. Wait for ballistics to come back.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Go for remaining tiers, it's fine. And yeah, maybe a tiny bit less engine to give myself a bit more power onto, yeah, weapon systems. We're going for tier 4, damn it. Just want a little bit more money while I'm here out in space, and...
Resuming the examination.
There we go.
New targets active.
Right, you're a bit tougher by the looks of it, buddy. Open fire on this here ship. This is... Ooh, that's hurting, actually. You definitely hurt a bit. Okay, that's absolutely... I think there might have been something between me and them. Okay, boost to get rid of that. Turn her around. My shield is offline. But now we're behind her. If we just stay behind her, then there's not much she can do. Because weapons have to have, like, you know, direction and whatnot. Now we just take her out. Honestly, there's not much she could do to us as long as we're, like, behind her. There we go. Lovely.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5.
And... okay, another one over there. That's level 46. What else is here? You guys are further away. So, okay, get over to... Oh, there's... Okay, we're being fired on. Boost, boost, boost. Let's get around you as fast as possible. Right, slow her down. Turn her around. Get behind her. Oh, this might be the end, by the way. Activate repairs, and...
You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Okay, tier 5 is when it starts getting serious. Fine, I will accept. That was a big step up. The point is, not only have I passed, I got 1 extra level 2, which does suggest they're gonna give me some extra money.
So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. 2 traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, You could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed?
I'm gonna be honest, I want to sign up, but I really don't want to do your stupid oath. It's all a bit jingoistic, swearing an oath to the United Colonies, so... Okay, can we maybe just do this under the table? Like, without me doing the stupid oath?
You're not in the Freestar Collective here. Vanguard keeps this work above board. You want in, you have to do the same as everyone else. And that starts with the oath.
Okay, fine, but I'm gonna read it out in a really sarcastic tone of voice, so you know I don't mean it.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Oh, flip, there's a proper oath-swearing ceremony and whatnot. Oh, I can't be dealing with this. No, 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 no. Okay, at least it's night out, so there's not many people around, so no one's gonna see me swearing the stupid oath. Sarah, just don't look or listen for a moment, okay?
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
I absolutely do, I suppose, though. Yes, let's be a dick about it.
I guess I'll take it. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Absolutely cocking not. But like, you know, as long as you're paying me, maybe for the time being, sure.
Oh, that's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Absolutely. And oh, blimey. You know what? I'll take 5,800. That's pretty good, actually. So, okay, we now know these guys pay well, they're going to be sending me out to brand new systems, and we might just learn a whole bunch more about, yes, history, the Vanguards, etc, etc. So, I would say, how about we call it a part there, but next time, we're going to go and have a chat to that lovely chappie and get going on our first mission, that I'm pretty sure is taking us to a brand new system we've never been before. So, okay, we are jumping into the faction missions, and on the way, yes, we may want to, you know, try and figure out how effective our ship really is, and whether perhaps she could do with a handful of upgrades. So, hopefully, you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Starfield. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.